Here we are again. We've lost at the Emirates again. Third round of the FA Cup. Very unfortunate to get such a tough game, but no excuses. That was just so frustrating. This kind of reminded me of the West Ham loss. Create chances, a lot of good chances as well, but lose. Just there's one tweet that sums it up from Connor. Play well, create loads, score none, concede a set piece, repeat. That is literally what's going on right now. We're too predictable, even with subtle changes to the personnel today. We're too predictable. Saka is really struggling. I think he's in need of a rest, ideally. And I'm not saying a rest because he's tired, but also because I think he carries a lot of the pressure. He is our main outlet, and that's not what he should be at his age. We need someone to take the pressure off Saka. But he also does need to improve in some areas of his game. His right foot is still, I think, underwhelming at times. There was a huge opportunity for him to cut back a cross into the box. So a cross came in and Saka could have just kind of got it back in. I think Ødegaard made a run and he's knocked it out of play. And I'm just thinking if he's got a better right foot there, we probably have a huge chance to score another one. I'm going to talk about Liverpool first, though, because, I mean, they've deserved to win the game. They've put away their chances. It is as simple as that. Really impressive, actually. Without Van Dijk, I thought, is it Kwanzaa? He looks like a tidy player, you know. Young, ambitious, tenacious. Him and Konate were pretty good tonight. Gomez doing great at left back, and of course Trent continues his incredible form. His free kick for their first goal, although it was an own goal from Kivior, it was still an incredible delivery. Very difficult to defend against. McAllister keeps them ticking in midfield. I know he's just come back. He was taken off after 59 minutes, as you can see there. Jones actually linked with Arsenal recently. Didn't have his best game ever, but still tidy player. Elliott did well. Gakpo, pretty much non-existent, I thought, for most of that first 60 minutes that he was on the pitch. Nunez missing sitters, and I think he's a very underwhelming striker, to be honest, but Diaz was causing issues. And I have to say this. Liverpool, I don't think they deserved to win this game based off their attacking play. Their performance going forward really wasn't anything spectacular, but that says a lot. Arsenal are creating all of these chances. We can look at the stats here. 18 shots, 5 on target, 4 big chances to 1. What I'm saying is Liverpool don't need that many chances. They will score one. They will put one away. It just feels like for every 50 shots we take, a couple of them will be on target, but very rarely will it actually go in. It feels like I haven't been confident in Arsenal's goal-scoring ability for a few weeks, almost a month, it feels like. It's quite worrying. We've got such great stats, but our finishing is so poor. And I just can't put my finger on it. Is it a lack of confidence in front of goal? Is it a lack of a proper, true number 9? We're seeing that Jesus is out injured again. Another knee problem. Could be just a week or two, apparently. But it's just... How far are we going to take Jesus at this point with the constant injuries when our only backup is Nketiah? And Havertz, fair play to him. He's been thrown up front today. He's played there a lot at Chelsea, and it wasn't his best position. I don't think it is his best position. It's an option. As a third choice, fourth choice, sure. But he couldn't really do much today, and that was without Van Dijk, and that's more credit to Liverpool. And without Salah, and without Robertson, and some key players they were missing. And yeah, we've got injuries. We can see who's out on each team here. You can see we've got no Partey, Timber, Jesus, Vieira, Zinchenko, but they're missing Thiago. I'd argue that Bajcetic isn't like one of their starters, but Tsimikas has played quite a bit. Matip out for the rest of the season. Szoboszlai. Robertson is a huge miss for them. He's one of their leaders, but they're just getting on with it. And do you know what? I might upset a few Arsenal fans here, but I really do quite like Liverpool in some ways. I think both these clubs are quite similar. It's about attacking football, keeping the ball, playing well, lots of pressing, and it just feels like two classic top teams just coming up against each other today. And it was a really good game to watch if you're a neutral, that's for sure. Both teams absolutely going for it at times. Both teams missing key players, but one team missing so many chances, it's frightening. And I just... Proper teams would have the chances we had today and score 3, 4, 5 goals. That is why ultimately we are not going to win the title this year, and obviously not a cup either. There's absolutely no chance we'll win the Champions League against the likes of Real Madrid and Bayern if we're having let's say it how it is, 3 to 5 big chances every game, and we're not scoring them. It's so frustrating. Look at the momentum here. I know it's obviously just on paper, isn't it? It's just stats, but realistically, I don't think Ramsdale had to do anything. It was quiet for him. And okay, they hit the bar, I think, twice in this game. We hit the bar once as well. And genuinely though, I don't think Ramsdale made a save in the first half, like a proper save, which, if he wasn't there and did so well, they would have scored type save. Sure, he caught the ball a few times, but it was just same as West Ham. And do you know what? The Fulham loss, 100%, just accept it that we were really bad. But this is another one of those games where if you zoom out a little bit, just take a wider perspective, okay? We've played against a very good Liverpool side that are currently the best team in England. They're top of the league. We've played quite well. We just haven't scored. If we scored just one of those chances, I swear we had like 3 or 4 massive chances in just the first 10 minutes. The game could have been done by then. If we're 2-0 up there, I just don't know if Liverpool would have had enough to come back, maybe. But that's all it was. Just one of those chances needed to go in. Why did Ødegaard hit his shot so hard, the one that crashed off the bar? Why didn't he place that? I bet if you gave him that chance another 100 times, he'd place it 99 times out of those 100, just because I don't think lacing it in that situation is a good idea. They had a few players kind of on the line. The goalkeeper was scrambling. Just place it. Just pass it into the net, and he's just hoofed it. He's just smacked it against the bar. Nelson had a really good opportunity early on, and I think he panicked a little bit. He couldn't believe he was in. It was a lovely ball from Ramsdale, and I think we should talk about Ramsdale. He looked good today. I thought that was a very solid performance from Ramsdale. I think what we're going to see, though, is just lack of chances to see more. We're obviously not going to have FA Cup games, Carabao Cup. He might feature in the Champions League somehow. I mean, I don't know why he would, though, when Raya is our number one. I mean, that is Ramsdale's potentially last normal appearance of the season where he's been selected ahead of Raya. Okay, Raya might pick up an injury, a suspension, and then he'll play. But it gets me down a bit because I'm watching Ramsdale today. He's got a massive smile on his face. We know he's a good goalkeeper. I think he's questionable at times with his positioning. There was one save he made when Diaz kind of had a bit of a surprise shot. And yeah, he's got down well and saved it. And it's a great moment for him. And you can see he's so happy that he's made the save, and all of the Arsenal players are congratulating him. And what I will say about that is if you watch that shot back, he's made it look spectacular when actually I think he's massively out of position. And I think that's Ramsdale's issue, specifically near post. He concedes a lot of near post efforts. I think, and I'm not a goalkeeping expert, of course I'm not, but just watch that replay, watch the highlights tonight, and they will show it. When the replay is showing it from Diaz's point of view almost, he's so far central when I think he should be covering more to the right, and it would have been a simple save. But nonetheless, he had a great moment there, and I do miss Ramsdale. I think he was a huge part of last season, which is looking more and more like a bit of a one-off, isn't it? We're kind of slipping back into pre-last year form where on our day we're excellent, we're brilliant, and we've got this great young team, but we're just slipping into old habits. We're overplaying, we're overthinking things. The system clearly hasn't been working in the last few weeks, and whether that's down to other teams working it out, which I think is the majority of the problem, but also our players are tired. I think there's been a lot of fixtures, and I think a lot of our players are just tired. And that's just unfortunate, really. But everyone's in the same boat. I mean, Liverpool have another game in 3 days, I think. Is it a Carabao Cup semi-final, something like that? I don't think... Obviously, they will be upset and complaining about that, but they're just getting on with it. You don't have a choice. You're professional footballers earning 200 grand a week plus. Just run around a bit, It's that easy. Who was my man of the match for Arsenal? I think Trent, rightly so, is the highest rated today. He did have a very good game, but I would have said Diaz was my man of the match. In terms of for Arsenal, I thought... I think Gabriel and Saliba were very solid again. Saliba made an incredible tackle at one point. Rice was tidy. Jorginho had, I thought, a relatively good game. I don't know who I'd give man of the match to. I think everyone was just a bit underwhelming today. That's the key word of today. I think underwhelming. It's very easy to get carried away and think, oh, season over. Season over, we're not scoring. Done. The reality is when you have this many chances and you create stats so impressive, you are going to score eventually. We're massively underperforming our XG right now. And if you're into stats, which I am in some cases, you can look at that and see a positive here. We're not playing badly, per se. The Fulham game, definitely we did, but we're not playing terribly. We're not getting thrashed by teams on the pitch. Score-wise, 2-0, not good enough. But when you look at the stats, it is somewhat encouraging. There is still action there, that we are still performing at a good level. We will turn those stats into real figures, goals. It will happen. It will click. But it isn't right now. It's as simple as that, really. So if we go into our fixtures, up next, of course, is Crystal Palace on the 20th. So we do have a nice little break now. We've got 13 days. I think that's going to be really key for us. And it's a tough run of games. Nottingham Forest away. A lot of people will say you should win that easily. But honestly, we went there last season, really tough game. And we could very easily come away with nothing. It could happen. Palace at home, I'm not too worried about. I think we will win that. But then, we're back playing Liverpool again. So it's another really tough game. West Ham away and London Derby. They're having a great season. Burnley away. You never know. You never know what could happen in a game like that. And before you know it, we've got Porto twice, Newcastle. I mean, it's not an easy run. And it's going to creep up on us. And we're going to still have problems with injuries. I'm sure we're going to lose one of our players soon. It's inevitable that one of our defenders is going to pick up something. We're, of course, without El Neni. I'm glad Partey's staying, although I'd rather he was playing and fit instead of injured still. Who knows how long Gabriel Jesus is out for, but it wouldn't surprise me if a Martinelli or someone just picks something up. And it's going to be a really difficult end of the season if we keep doing what we're doing right now, and that is creating chances but just not scoring them. We were top of the table on Christmas Day. Oh, look at it now. Well, the FA Cup dream is over. Our competition, right? It is what it is, guys. We move on. Almost 2 weeks until the next game, and hopefully we'll get back on track. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow for a career mode episode.